If you love Paul Harvey stories and the rest of the story, subscribe now. Now the rest of the story. They were a misfit couple to begin with, Ruthie Faber and Harlow Morell. She, the flighty flibbertigibbet, he, the dour, pragmatic, practical one. She who lived by her emotions and openly displayed her affections, and he, the cold one who kept his cards so close to his vest that he could not even read them himself. Knowing this, it should be less difficult to envision fluffy Ruthie and stuffy Harlow, little more than a month following their wedding. She is saying, "Harlow, dear, I believe we're going to have a baby," and he is saying, "I want you to have an abortion." But this is the rest of the story. Ruthie Faber grew up a tomboy, all right to the point of wearing her brother's shirts and trousers and insisting on the nickname Fred. But as the years passed, Ruthie's roughhousing ways gave way to dolls daydreaming of princesses and play-acting with pals in the attic of her lower Massachusetts home. She met Harlow Morell in the summer of 1892. She was 7. He was 8. Their blue-blooded parents had it all figured out. It was to be a match from the start. But Harlow was in his last year at Bates College before deciding that he and Ruth should marry. And on July 1st, 1907, they did. The alarm bells rang softly in Ruthie's ears at first, but they rang promptly. In fact, the newlyweds were just leaving for their honeymoon with friends and relatives eating handfuls of rice, when grumpy, fastidious Harlow brusquely brushed the rice from his lapels and shouted a profanity at the well-wishers. The anger to Ruthie's astonishment was very real, and then she recalled something that the groom's mother had once told her, something that she had dismissed as a joke, that Harlow was brilliant but disagreeable, and that he would destroy the life of anyone he married. There were occasional outbursts of impatience and petulance during their first weeks as man and wife, but nothing so shocking as the day Ruthie happily announced that they had apparently conceived a child on their honeymoon. Harlow's face turned ashen. On the verge of entering Harvard Law School, he had neither the time nor the inclination to become a father. You have already heard his words. "I want you to have an abortion." And Ruthie sadly complied with his wishes. It would have surprised nobody. Her traditional New England upbringing, replete with its 19th century family values, urged obedience to one's husband above all. But Ruthie's resources were drawn from another well as well. Her childhood as a tomboy, standing toe-to-toe with the neighborhood ruffians, their dare